Black Alpha Network, home of Black excellence.
When I grew up in Africa, they used to tell us that, the Americans were the evolved Africans because they were evolved and we were the savage ones. They were evolved because they were most like the white people. They were more like westernized than we were. And they didn't like us and we were savage to them and they would look down upon us. And also the image that we saw on TV was very negative. Most African American that we saw, they were, criminals and drug dealers and gangsters or prostitutes when it came for women image, or you had to be really a high level athlete or a high level entertainer and then you were okay.
Yes, y'all. We are on deck today. Been around the world, now we back again. Certified Black Society. One time for the B1 Brigade and one time for foundational Black Americans. Because I be watching a lot of things. I be seeing a lot of things around. And a lot of motherfuckers always got foundational Black Americans on the tip of their tongue. I promise you, we are the most spoken about people from people that we don't give a fuck about. People running around here talking about we appropriating their culture when the whole goddamn world steals our culture. Fuck appropriate. Motherfuckers just steal our shit. We don't say nothing. Motherfuckers come up in there and they mock us, they mimic us. We don't say nothing. But let a foundational say something halfway and people throw a hissy fit. They get petty. So we gonna keep on riding and keep on motherfucking moving and keep on doing our thing. I salute y'all. You already know how I go. Hope you certified something's going good. I know it is because when you on that wave that we on, everything is always right. Now, in the meantime, in between time, we gonna get to work right here on the Black Alpha Cast. And I am Black Alpha 6. And this is the home of Black excellence. And we are the fastest growing, hottest, most thorough podcast popping right now. And I appreciate that because when I say we, I mean all of us, because it wouldn't be here if it wasn't all of us. And we wouldn't be having this motherfucking conversation and we wouldn't be lacing them with this game if it wasn't for all of us. So I shout out first and foremost, like I always do, all of my undisputed brothers, sisters, kings, queens, the goddess and the gods. The ones that remain the best and the ones who remain unfuckwittable. Let's get to work right now and let's talk about some shit that needs to be discussed. Because the energy is high right now. I'm talking about the energy in us, the energy in the universe. Everything is on 10 to the maximum because that's the way it's supposed to be. And if that's what it is, then we got to stand together even more so. We got to get on our grind even more. We got to hold shit down even more. And we got to keep putting our work in. That doesn't stop, that doesn't change, and nothing to change it. When the shit get real, we get real right along with it, because that's in our DNA. Yes, indeed. So all these people I just talked about that got issues with black folk, got issues when foundational Americans do something, that always talk about, man, y'all taking our culture now. But they'll let another country come into their land, exploit their resources, exploit their labor forces, exploit their population, park tanks in the middle of their town, and they don't say shit. Nothing. No talk. Not a peep. So it's evident and clear who they got smoke for and who they don't. And it's all based on who they choose to have smoke for. The reason why they always got smoke for us is because we represent the real ones. And fake always has a problem with real. You show me a fake motherfucker and I'm going to show you somebody who got a problem with a real motherfucker. That's just the way it goes. That's just life. That's the cycle of the motherfucking universe. Fake motherfuckers is always hateful of real motherfuckers because they jealous. They mad that they got to bow down, bend over backwards and kiss somebody's ass and we don't. This is why people don't like foundational Black Americans, and that goes for people inside of this country, and that goes for people outside this country. It does not matter, because we do what we want to do, we say what we want to say, we speak how we speak it, and motherfuckers do not like it, fuck them. All the way around, straight to the core, cold cut. We're bold, we're blunt, we're uncut, we tell people what it is all the time, we don't take no days off. If fuck your feelings was a person, it'd be a foundational Black American. Shit, we're the people who came up with the term, I said what I said. He said what he said. She said what she said. That is a foundational Black American term. And the reason why we're the only ones who come up with that shit is because these other groups are too scared to say what they say. They too scared to speak their mind. They's afraid that masses may get upset with them. Can't get massa mad. We don't give a fuck what massa think. Fuck you and him. That's just how we roll. We're built different. But they're the complete opposite. They worry about what Master think, what Master gonna say, what Master gonna do. They ain't got no problem being exploited. They ain't got no problems being controlled as long as foundational Black Americans can't be free. That's their logic. That's the way they think. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you in full detail today as we go further and break this shit down on the Black Alpha Network. Shout out to everybody listening all over the planet. Shout out to all my people listening behind walls. I salute you. Bang that subscribe, and let's get to work. Because there's only one way to go, and that's all the way to fuck in. Let's get it. All right, now, you ever been in a situation with somebody where they just running their mouth and they saying all types of shit, and you just sit back and say, you know what? I can say a lot of shit about you, but I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say nothing. Out of love, you know? You ever been in a situation where somebody just saying some off the wall shit, ignorant as fuck, and you could light their ass up, and you know you could light their ass up, but you don't say anything out of love and out of respect? Well, that's pretty much the relationship with foundational Black Americans and the rest of the Black people on this planet, unfortunately. And we got to be honest about it. We got to be. See, I try to stay out of all these wars and all these back and forths because I don't go to war with my brother, but I G-check a motherfucker real quick. Because one thing that will be respected is foundational Black Americans. And you're blind if you do not see the way other Black folks of this planet come at us. I'm not even going to go there with this. It's not all y'all, it's just some of y'all. We understand that. And like we always say right here on the Black Alpha Cast, what's understood don't need to be discussed. So I'm not going to take no hour to talk about how there's some good ones, but y'all bad ones, no, fuck that. We got coons here, they got coons there. The only motherfucking issue is we G-check our coons. That's the thing. Matter of fact, we got terms for it. Coon, sellout, bootlit, treason, all that shit. These other places don't even have those terms. And I always say, you could tell a country's certified blackness by if they have terms for their sellouts. If a motherfucking place ain't got a term for their sellouts, that means selling out and being a coon is the norm. Run that back. If a place ain't got terms, words to identify a coon or a sellout, then that means cooning and being a sellout is the norm. It's the standard. We got all types of shit. Sambos, Uncle Toms, smuts, we got it all. Slave mentality, we'll check a motherfucker real quick. Ain't gonna be no skin bleaching and none of that shit around here. Ain't gonna be no, that's divisive, that's wrong. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. Foundational Black Americans, we put shit in check because we our own tribe and we different. It's no different than you may go see your family members in another region and they talk a little different, they act a little different. Let me phrase it this way. You ever be at one of your friends' house and you see the shit that they do and you be like, man, that'd never go in my house. My mama would never tolerate that. I was just at somebody's house not too long ago and their kid didn't want to eat dinner and they was just picking with the food and saying, man, I don't want this tonight. I don't like leftovers. And they were like, okay, I'll make you something different. And the mama sitting there making 3 different plates. She make one for this kid who wants this kid wants this, and this kid wants this, and she's actually up cooking. I'm sitting back thinking, oh, hell no. Not my goddamn house. My mama would have never went for that shit. My mama said, your ass gonna eat what I make for you, or your ass gonna go to bed hungry. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, that's how it is with foundational Black Americans in relation to the rest of Black folks around here. They got a lot of shit that goes on that would never go on with us. Fugazi shit. And it's time we call that shit out and we rep it. Because if we're going to represent ourselves, that's for anybody who comes at us funny. The same way we come at supremacists, the same way we come at all these POCs, that's the same way we got to come at some of these folks who got our same color. And they going to get it. And we're going to give them to them real. We've been seeing the whole situation with Michael B. Jordan. We've been seeing the whole situation, how they just singled him out. Petty as hell. They just woke up and had some smoke for no reason. You know when somebody got a real legitimate issue with you, and then you know when they got some underlining hate. They ain't got no motherfucking problem with Michael B. Jordan. They ain't got no problem with him. They got a problem with us. And they're using him as a catalyst to get their hatred for foundational Black Americans across. You know it. You ever see somebody just make up a problem with you? That really means the problem that they're saying it is not what it's really about. It's about who you are as a person, what you represent, and it's probably coming from some place of jealousy and envy. There's a jealousy and there's an envy that we don't want to talk about when it comes to how people view foundational Black Americans. Let's get real. What Puff said, their words just don't offend me. If you a foundational Black American, trust me, the way we walk, the way we move, that bop, that step that we got, it's always going to be associated with hate. And we just got to live with it. We got to live with it because they're going to hate us regardless. So we might as well get used to it. We might as well own that shit. And we might as well start checking that shit. For so long, we would just let shit slide. Let motherfuckers go out their way to disrespect us. Let them have smoke for us that they wouldn't even have for anybody else. These other countries with black folks in it, they'll be out here getting abused by other groups. POCs, minorities, W's be coming up in their spot regulating shit. But then they'll say, no, we don't have a problem with him, and him. They be looking around the POCs. They be looking around the W's. They be looking around all these people who occupy their country. And then they be pointing us out and we way over here. They got more problems with foundational Black Americans who are not even in the Caribbean, who are not even in Africa. They got more problems with us than the W and the Chinese and the Indian who are in their countries. They'll go straight around them, talking about slide, slither around them and say, you in Atlanta, have a problem with you. What the fuck? Nigga, motherfucker, I'm way over here. You in New York, you in Michigan. Like, how the fuck you got a problem with me? Cause I wore a goddamn shirt that got Jamaica on it. But this motherfucker is in Jamaica with a tank and you don't say shit for him. A lot of times you be waving a flag. You be out here tossing a flag in the fucking sky. I've seen it. Let's get real. Let's get motherfucking real. They want to come at us. Let's get motherfucking real. You know, I keep it a buck. They got problems with Black Americans out of jealousy and envy, just like the rest of the world. A lot of claims that we make about the W, you could apply that same shit to some of these diaspora coons. Why? It's because a lot of these diaspora coons, they think the same way that the W thinks. See, we G-check, we regulate. You're not gonna come around Black society talking that Candace Owens shit. Not here in America. Bout ain't. You're not gonna come around Black America talking that Sambo shit. Bout ain't. But in a lot of these places, they don't regulate. They don't regulate. This shit's running them up. This shit running them up. And then they try to use those thoughts that they have that the W gives them, or how they try to kiss the W's ass and appease him. They come at us with that shit. They come at us with that shit. And that's whether they're there or here. A lot of them come to our country and they try to step around us, separate themselves, try to snuggle up and slide into W community. And the way they do that is by acting like they're not one of us. See, they want to be us when it's beneficial, and then they don't want to be us any other time. It's like everybody else. Socially, they don't want to be around the foundation of Black America. Don't want us around, talk down on us, got all types of negative shit to say. Politically, they want to be right next to us because then they can get in on the benefits. When the tangibles come crashing down, they can grab some. This is the mentality and the routine of everybody who comes here. Let's stand next to the foundation of Black American politically so we can steal his benefits, and let's stay away from them socially because they're divisive. They're Al-Qaedas and all the other shit they call us. All the motherfucking Caribbean names they call us. All the African names they call us. I'm just keeping it a motherfucking buck. We ain't got no names for them. But they got a whole laundry list of names they call us. And it's completely out of spite because they view us the same way that the W's view us, the same way that minorities view us. It's hard to separate a lot of them from that. And the easiest part about it, and the reason why you don't have to go out of your way and say, I'm only talking about some, because the ones who solid and the ones who are certified, they rock with us and it's clear. Sometimes the real and the fake are so clear that you don't have to stop the goddamn car and make an announcement. When I say certified Black society, that goes for any Black person who is certified. And that goes for any Black person in the world. Foundational Black Americans, that's about us right here. But you can be B1 and be from anywhere as long as you Black and you Black first. You can be a certified Black as long as you Black and you certified. That applies to anybody. So we don't have to sit here and split them down the middle and say 22% of them are this way, 85% of them are this way. We ain't got to do that shit because the real ones will present themselves. But I say this to all the real ones. Don't act like these fake motherfuckers ain't out here, because then your ass is disqualified. I cannot stand when you see somebody who's talking that B1 shit and that certified shit, but then they get real homerisms when it comes to their own kind. They be like, yeah, man, we got to do this, man, and we got to do this, man. And then when you start talking about the coon shit, no, we don't have them here. We don't have coons. No. Yes, the fuck you do. And your ass ain't real unless you call them out. One of the first things of being a certified or a B1 is that you got to check fake motherfuckers who are from your own community. We do. Why can't you? We check coons every motherfucking day. We go as far as say we got to separate from them. You know, right here on the Black Alpha Cast, we always talk about having a race eviction and kicking motherfuckers out, running them off the block, throwing them out the club. So I don't want to hear no, we don't have them. And you start covering for their ass. That means that you rather be fake and you rather cover for a coon, and then your certified certificate got to get snatched. Can't have one. cannot have one. So if you're gonna call it as it is. I got a lot of homeboys from Jamaica. I got a lot of Afro-Mexicans, Afro-Puerto Ricans, Afro-Cubans. I got a lot of brothers and sisters that I mob with heavy. But them are the ones like us. They say, oh shit, I ain't on that Van Jones shit. I ain't on that Candace Owens shit. I ain't on that Omarosa shit. They running the coons in their countries right the fuck out too. And I salute them, because that's what we do. If they do it, we all do it. Imagine where we be. Imagine where we be. You only go where you got to go by keeping it thorough. By running the coons out, identifying them, evicting them, and putting this B1 flag high in the air. You go nowhere when you make excuses. We don't do that. You make justifications. We don't have coons in our country. When you make alibis, no, you're being divisive. When you start doing shit like that, then they've identified to you that they're the same motherfuckers who are the problem. And it's clear as day. So this is how you identify a global coon. Goddamn, I done said a global coon. Well, there's millions of them, billions of them. Fuck that. Billions with the B, strong B. They got more global coons than you got coons here in America. And a lot of their coons put ours to motherfucking shame. We be having the coons that try to straddle the fence and shit and be like, yeah, what power to the people? And then they start talking some Democrat shit. Or they be like, no justice, no peace. And then they start talking some Republican shit. We got the House brothers, the House sisters. That's the updated version of the House Negro. The House brother, House sister is the one you see that still acts black, still dresses black, still talks black, but isn't psychologically black. They got the coons who don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They got the coons that said, I'm gonna bleach my goddamn skin. Fuck it. I'm gonna walk around here, I was black yesterday, and today I'm white. And I'm proud of it. They not concerned with playing no motherfucking games. They put OJ to shame. They got some coons in these other countries that make OJ look like James Earl Jones. I ain't lying. I done been to some places outside this country, and that shit made me want to see Tiger Woods again. I was like, can I get Tiger Woods back? Because these motherfuckers is crazy. God damn it. This too goddamn much. I was over that motherfucker saying, where's Kanye when you need him? Straight up, some of the anti-black blacks that you see from these other countries are completely exclusive. Completely. You see it all throughout the diaspora, and you definitely see it in Africa. Right here in Foundational Black America, we don't go for no shit like skin bleaching. Man, yo, let's touch on this. I've been wanting to say this shit for a long time because like I say, I stay off of this subject. I don't really go there too much because I'm too busy banging on things that need to be banged on precisely. But this situation right here is out of control. Out of motherfucking control. And you know I'm always saying this: a new time, a new day, a new era. And with new eras come new problems, and these motherfuckers need to get regulated. And on the Black Alpha Network, we some motherfucking regulators. So let's get to it. Skin bleaching. That shit does not fly right here in the United States of America. You come up in here and you talking about you done put some cake soap on, or you was pouring bleach in your bathtub, your ass is getting clowned. Your ass is getting roasted. You will not be able to show your face no more. You will be so motherfucking embarrassed to come around us. We won't even have to run you off the block. You will run yourself off the block. We got coons. Think about the coons we got in America. I'm talking about the super duper coons, the super Sambos. Y'all know we got them. Because we real over here. We're not making excuses. We're not saying, man, we ain't got no coons in America. We all certified. No, the fuck we not. You got a group of certifieds and you got a group of coons. And there's a tug of war and there's a battle every day amongst them. And we deal with it every single minute. We be winning, but we be dealing with it. But even our coons here do not be on no shit like skin bleaching. As coon as Roland Martin is, his ass is not bleaching his skin. As coon as Jesse Lee Peterson's silly ass is, he still ain't bleaching his skin. Trayvon Martin was a thug. Do you love the coons? He's still black. It don't get more Sambo than him, and he's still black. Coon but black. But our coons ain't over here bleaching their motherfucking skin, because they know there's gonna be consequences and repercussions. Consequences and repercussions. Over there, you see skin bleaching on a regular. You got signs up where literally you see someone with a skin bleaching product, and then you see 1 minute they're dark, the next minute they're light. You see commercials where these people go to get a job as a dark person. They tell them, no, you cannot have the job. They go, get in their bathtub, they're shiny, they're playing cool little fucking music, they put the skin bleaching on, they come back the next day, and then they get the job. This shit is promoted. This ain't some shit that they just doing on some outlaw, bootleg stuff. Hell no. And even if there is cooning, even if there is skin bleaching, It'll never go on with no street folks. It'll never go on the block. Never, 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 never. When it comes to them, you be seeing some of they G's. Some of they street dudes be doing it. Y'all know damn well if there ever was skin bleaching right here in America, it's gonna be from some clowns, it's gonna be from some suburban folks, it's gonna be from people who done left black society a long time ago. And they're gonna be secretly doing it. When it comes to them, man, that shit done got to the hood. You ain't never gonna see nobody on the south side of Chicago bleaching their skin. You ain't gonna see nobody in Brooklyn doing it. You ain't gonna see nobody in LA. You ain't gonna see none of my G's in Houston. None of the G's is gonna be out there bleaching their skin. I always told my homeboy back in the day, I said, when your skin bleaching problem gets to the hood, and when your skin bleaching problem gets to the street dudes, oh, you know it run deep. You know it run deep. Y'all know damn well it be from some suburban black person. It be from some, how are you? I'm just a black man and black should pick up their pants. That's what it be like here in America. Over there, it be from the rosters. You be having rosters doing it. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it in the book. Look at Vibes Cartel. I used to fuck with Vibes Cartel. I seen him one day talking about some, I be using cake soap and da-da-da-da. I think he denied it. Bruh, it's clear you've been using it. You've been bathing in that shit. Don't play with me. Let's keep it a buck. So when your street dudes is doing it, that shit blew my mind. I was like, what the fuck? But go look at it, go Google it. A lot of us already know about the skin bleaching because it's been a little hush-hush secret thing. So when they come over here talking about something, we don't have that in our country. We don't have coons and sellouts. Man, y'all got cake soap. Sellouts with cake soap. Matter of fact, you ask the average person in America, the average certified black, they don't even know what the fuck cake soap is. Over there, cake soap, that shit is like oil of Olay. Over there, that shit is like Noxzema, Clearasil, Neutrogena. This shit is common as fuck. I seen a whole family doing it. I seen a mom that was doing it. Your ass do that shit here, you getting clowned. Let's take a person, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was doing that shit with his skin, and black folks knew it. And what we told him? We said, Mike, we love you, but you're wrong. You're wrong, Mike. Come on now. We fucks with you. We done roll with you. We done bought your music. We slide with you. When these motherfuckers was coming after you, we was holding you down. When these motherfuckers was making up these accusations about you, we was riding with you. And we were doing this for our brother, who obviously had an issue, but he was doing something with his motherfucking skin. If that's what you believe, some people say it was other thing, whatever. I ain't getting into none of that. But at the end of the day, perception is reality. And we were like, Mike, come on now. You was black yesterday, now you black and white. Come on, pick one, Mike. But we were saying it out of love. The same love that we stay silent when these other places talk down on us. When all of these foreign blacks, these global coons, say all that funny ass shit they say about foundationals. The same way that we were quiet and we showed Mike love is the same way that we were silent and didn't say nothing and we tolerated a lot of their disrespect. But like everything we always say, time comes full circle and this era is not going for it. And it's about motherfucking time, to be honest with you. It's about motherfucking time. We may not have spoke on it, and if we did speak on it, we kept it brief because like I said, we got love for these people. There's nothing worse in the world is when you showing them motherfucking love and they not giving it back. They not giving it back. We've been out here the ones waving everybody's flag. Our biggest problem in a lot of ways is that we show too much motherfucking love. Foundational Black Americans have been running around here waving everybody else's flag, saying we're all one kind, saying we all need to unify. We sit here right now and talk about stop that, we need to all unify shit. We overly try to unify. I'm always saying we need to have a commonality and we need to get what like-minded be wants. One of the biggest problems that our community has had is that we always want to unify with every black person on the planet. No one else talks like that. These motherfuckers don't even say that shit within their country. You got tribe here, tribe there, all type of tribalism. The last thing they want to do is unify with everybody, especially us. We have been the one extending that olive branch. We have been the one putting our hand out. We have been the one trying to seek out relationships that are not there. That is the problem with foundational Black Americans for years, has been we are too goddamn friendly to the whole motherfucking world. For people who don't look like us and for people who look like us. We were the ones dressing like them, trying to be accepted. We really had a relationship where it was like a deadbeat dad and a kid who wants to be around his father, but he doesn't realize yet that his father's gone and ain't coming home. That's really what the fuck it was if we want to get to the brass tacks. And we getting straight to the motherfucking core because this shit gonna get spoken of right now because it's a new time. And in this time right here, we ending all games. As we say, race regulating, and we're gonna regulate some shit. African Americans, foundational Black Americans, indigenous Black Americans, we've been the ones always out here showing other people extra love, and that shit ain't never came back. It ain't never came back, and we ain't never did nothing to nobody. Nothing. We've been the ones over here struggling, getting our heads busted and water hose sprayed at us and dogs sicked on us. Not one motherfucking group ever came to help us out. You got motherfuckers in our back door that ain't ever come to help us out. Motherfuckers who live across the street and they said that's their problem. Didn't do shit for us. Let's be real. I don't want to hear no motherfucking games. See, the difference over here is when the motherfuckers just start throwing out bullshit and try to cover their ass, we don't play that. We chop that shit down quick. So when somebody said that didn't happen, yeah, the fuck it did. No, you're wrong. No, you fucking wrong. Lies and alibis ain't gonna get you nowhere with us because we coming straight down the motherfucking middle. We've been the ones out here showing love to everybody and no one showed that shit to us. We've been the ones who haven't bothered anybody, but everybody's bothered by us. You mad at Michael B. Jordan? For what? For what? Because he's a foundational Black American? Does this really got anything to do with some rum, some wine? This shit could have been a glass of water. He could have been selling bottled water and they would have had a problem with it. Because it ain't about him, it's about us. He's a foundational. It's the same reason why they come over here and they say all that funny style shit about us. It's because we foundationals. You gotta understand, a foundational Black American to the rest of the world, and I'm about to go there, get ready, tighten up, here we is. A foundational Black American to the rest of the Black society on this planet, we kind of like the girl that you broke up with in high school and she went on to become a supermodel and she don't answer your calls no more. Yeah, damn right. We like the guy that the girl said he wasn't fly enough to take to the prom and now his ass makes 6 figures and he pulling up in the Lambo. That's who the fuck we are. We are the Black world's biggest regret. The same ones that y'all left hanging, sold, said bye-bye to, never came for, is the same motherfuckers who have surpassed you. Because when people think Blackness on this planet, they think of the foundational Black American. I've told y'all before, it's FBA against the world. And that's why I keep on saying that shit. When someone thinks Black beauty, they not thinking of an ancient queen from back in the day. They not thinking about somebody from the Caribbean. They think about one of our sisters right here on this soil. On this soil. When someone is thinking about Black power, Black strength, Black pride, they thinking about Black people right here. When you start talking about Black is beautiful, Free Huey, you talking about people right here in the United States, foundationals. We are the motherfuckers who been holding it down. We are the heavyweight champs of this bitch. For real, I told you we the ones keeping the lights on. We're the ones. Go take your own personal study. Have your own little motherfucking thing. Go find out for yourself. Go ask any other non-Black person on this earth about Black people and find out who the first person they bring up is. I guarantee you it's a foundational. It's going to be goddamn Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Tupac, Whitney Houston. It's going to be a foundational Black American. I promise you that shit. I've done it. Look what we've got and look what other people have had. I ain't clowning no motherfucking body. I'm only stating facts, and if motherfucker don't like the facts, that's their problem. That's a personal. That's a personal. Because we didn't get here by trying to make it this way. We got here by trying to survive. On the road of survival, we accomplished a lot. Oh yeah, it wasn't no motherfucking glitter. It wasn't nothing shiny. It was through struggling, fighting, scratching, and clawing. We went through lynching and everything to get where the fuck we are. So no, this ain't bragging. This is just stone cold facts. This is pride right here. This is someone who loves being a foundational Black American. You feel me? Because everything that we've accomplished out of oppression. Our music is out of oppression. Our inventions are out of oppression. Our influence is out of oppression. And when you talk about influence, we influence the world. Foundational Black American culture is the most dominant culture on the planet Earth. No one in China is trying to be a cowboy. Remember that. But I'll tell you what they're doing. They pop locking, they spinning. They're doing the motherfucking moonwalk. You see it every day you turn on the TV. Every time you look at the motherfucking internet, people in places that we've never been to are trying to duplicate foundational Black American culture. As a matter of fact, a lot of these people in Africa and the diaspora, they got all that funny style shit to say about us. They running around here appropriating us every day, and we don't say a word. We don't say a word. I mean, for people they don't like so much, they always trying to get involved in our stuff though, ain't they? Ain't they? I mean, if you don't like us, just say you don't like us. You don't rock with us, just say it. Everybody always says they got issues with us, but everybody's always duplicating us. It's funny how the same people that you always got spite for are the same people you always trying to steal from, take from, trying to move like them, trying to see what they up to next, trying to pick their brains, pick their minds. I mean, look at Juneteenth. Look at our holidays. Our holidays, everybody want to get involved. The same people who got a problem with us want to take our holidays. They was trying to run with our stuff. They was draping it in the African flag, draping it with all these Caribbean flags everywhere. Everybody wanted to be a part of Juneteenth. That is a foundational Black American holiday. Why you want to be a part of it? You know damn well it's Juneteenth, foundational Black American. This does not have to be explained. This is clear as day. Anybody trying to run with this shit is just stealing. Petty. Petty as fuck. That's like me trying to celebrate your birthday. That's like somebody coming over to your house trying to celebrate your birthday, eat your cake. Nah, that's my motherfucking cake. Them candles is all mine, okay? And the motherfucking ice cream too. So basically that's what it is. And they was trying to run with our holidays and steal our shit. So don't tell me that y'all ain't trying to rock like us. So don't come talking to us about appropriation. Our whole goddamn existence has been appropriated. Our culture is always being used. You got they rappers in their countries who rap like us. You got people in those other countries who move like us, talk like us. I done seen folks in other countries trying to say that they was from America and they know damn well they wasn't, because they know the clout that come with saying you an FBA. Let's not front, we all know it. Let's talk that motherfucking secret nobody want to go there with. They want to come over here and take everything we do and say, that's our culture. No, the fuck it ain't. Shit that we created right here in America, they'll try to take claim to it. And we laugh in their motherfucking face because they know that we know that that's some bullshit. We created things that they duplicate. They always want to talk about what we take from them. All they do is appropriate our culture. And we be cool with it because we look at y'all as brothers. But we do some shit, you look at us as separate. So you see who sees someone as a brother, and then you see someone who sees someone as an other. And that's some foul shit, but it's all good though. It's all good because we moving. Shit, don't nothing stop us. Hey, we too motherfucking fly to quit. So keep on thinking whatever the fuck you think, we good. But just notice, we see y'all motherfuckers rapping like us, acting like us, walking like us, and talking like us. It ain't no debate that foundational Black American culture is duplicated. Motherfuckers duplicate our culture all over this goddamn world. And all these other black folks tilting y'all hats to the side and wearing y'all motherfucking Timberlands and shit. Trying to motherfucking rap. Y'all motherfuckers done rap every style. You have motherfuckers in the diaspora and Africa rapping crunk music, rapping gangster music, snap rap, trap rap. You got these motherfuckers over there mumbling and shit. Hit him with the flow, chop left though, hit that thing and it's not in no. We see you. Drill music. Y'all biting out 18 and 19-year-olds music. Big grown ass motherfuckers over there rapping like a 17-year-old black boy. Culture vultures like a motherfucker. Don't talk to us about appropriation. Our whole goddamn culture done been took. We get the culture and they the vultures. So hey, I'll be another, but this other's motherfucker you want to be just like too. Foundational. We built the biggest country on this planet off of our backs, and we're appropriated every step of the way. Fuck appropriation, we was stolen from. You don't hear us complaining. And we damn sure ain't gonna go complain about another black person. And look at the whole situation. And this lets you know that they ain't got no respect for foundations. This a young black businessman who's doing his motherfucking thing. And y'all tripping and trying to sabotage him over a fucking name. A name that really you don't give a fuck about. You just jealous. Straight to the motherfucking point, I couldn't put it to you more clear. Couldn't put it to you more clear. You got a young brother doing this thing with a black business, something that we need. We got all types of people trying to fuck with us. We got enough problems than to have to be dealing with some other black folks who got issues. Who got petty ass issues, who got jealousy and envy. Come on, man. We out here every single day trying to live, trying to make it. We ain't dealing with haters. They want to come over here and look around all those other groups out there in their country. Look around those other people who are exploiting them and occupying their land. And want to come over here and talk about us. And all we want to do is just be cool. Whenever we go to these other countries on vacations, we go to these other countries and we embrace their culture. We be wearing their flags, wearing their colors. We go with love and open arms. When half these motherfuckers come here, they want to come up in this bitch and start talking down on us. You're lazy. You don't work good. And let's be real, I'm gonna say this shit too. A lot of these folks are jealous because we live in a mixed country with a lot of different colors. And I truly feel that they're upset that Black Americans live next door to W's and we don't kiss their ass. And they wish that they had the same access to W's that we do. They cannot wrap their mind around how we can live next door to W and we ain't over there every 2 seconds. How we have barbecues and we don't invite them. How we're not seeking out their friendship. How we stay B1 and black first. They cannot wrap their mind around it. They wish that they could replace us here so they can have that access. Oh yes, they fucking do. Trust me, do not believe that having white access does not play a role in why they're jealous of us. And they're jealous because we have it and don't give a fuck. We're over here staying black first. We want to be around black people all day. And they be over there thinking, how could they want to be black all day and only be around black people when they have a W living next door? They wish that they had access to that W neighbor. They wish that they had access to that W boss. They wish they had access to all the W's at the store and potentially get a date from a W woman or a W man. This is what the fuck they want. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. This is some other underlying and hidden reason why they envy us. They don't like the fact that we got the W's around us and we don't kiss their ass. We got them around us, and we still do our thing. They can't fathom how someone can be black first and be around so many W's. Because they know if they were around them, their asses would be over at their house every 2 minutes trying to make friends with them. And we don't do that. And that is another reason why they cannot stand us. All out of envy, all out of jealousy. And every single fact that we done laid out today is the absolute truth. Whether motherfucker wants to admit it, accept it, or acknowledge it. And even if you ain't aware of it, it does not change the fact that it's true. And that's all we do is kick that true shit, because the games is over. We only being honest. We coming with that honest shit. All that, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I ain't gonna touch on that topic, man. That don't get nowhere. All that does is make the problem fester. And when the problem festers, it grows. And then eventually somebody gonna have to deal with it. So no better time than now. No better people than us. Let's get right to it. All the way to it.
They were teaching us not to try to identify with them. So they made it seem to us like it was very dangerous for us to come here and we will never be loved. No will be welcome to by our brothers here because they were evolved and we were not. The other thing is that if you don't know your history, in Africa, they didn't teach about the period of enslavement of our people. They forbade us from speaking about it. They would kill people from speaking about that history. So we were not allowed for hundreds of years to speak about what was happening and to teach what was happening. So I didn't even know that the Africans that were here actually came from Africa.
Now listen to what that queen said. Listen, she said, they teach them that we ain't shit over here, that we gangsters and we hustlers, but if you a basketball player, you cool. Who does that sound like? If I told you that was coming from a black person, you'd be like, word? That sounds like it's coming straight out the mouth from the dominant society. Matter of fact, that's what Hulk Hogan said. You remember? Remember when Hulk Hogan, he was talking about The Rock. Somebody he done wrestled in the ring with. He said, my daughter better not bring home one of them. And if she does, he better be a basketball player. That's okay. Now you got people in Africa saying the same shit that Hulk Hogan is saying. Let's be real. This is how they feel about foundationals. She said they didn't teach them about the enslavement of our people over here. How the fuck you don't know? I mean, come on. But they didn't teach them about that. Why? See? Who's all the smoke coming from? Who got the issues? A gentleman I follow on Twitter, he said it best. He said, y'all call that stuff a diaspora war. We just call that shit responding. Because the same tactics that they use over here against us, and I'm talking about the W's, the same tactics they use where they start stuff and then they come at us and then they throw their hands up and say, They throw rocks and hide their hands. And people always initiate items with us and then they turn around and they blame us for it and play victim. That's the same thing that the diaspora does. The dirty diaspora. It's the same thing. Because that same notion of come after, attack, and smear Black Americans and then act like we started it, that's that same routine that gets played over day and day and day. And you see it. We are the most attacked people where our attackers play victim. And that's weak. And that goes from Africa. You are being divisive. That goes to Jamaica. You're being divisive, man. And that go all the way to Hulk Hogan. That's the game people play on us. Attack us and then play victim. Over and over and over and over. And the shit's repetitive. And you just heard that beloved queen break it down. As a matter of fact, here's the kicker. Everything that she says that she witnessed them do to us, they just say that we do it to them. They say that we do the shit. Everything that we know for a fact the motherfuckers come at us with, they just blame us for it. We get blamed for shit that other people do. That's why you got black people walking around here sounding like a conservative from Mississippi. You'll have a damn conservative talking about they're gangsters, they're hustlers, they're pimps, they do all these bad things, and you got a motherfucker from Africa saying the same shit. What the fuck is wrong with that picture? It's a mentality. It's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody talking about how they knew someone who went to Africa and they was on that. We're going to go over there and we're going to start a better life and we're going to get out of here. And what they realized within 2 weeks that the damn tribalism was crazy. Crazy. And they packed their shit up and got the fuck out of there. See, what happens to us here in America, we're used to being the third populace in this country. We're always used to seeing other groups of people and there's only 48 million of us. That's what we're used to. So when we go to a place that's all black, we're in heaven. We naturally think, oh, everybody's black, so everybody gets along. Then we don't understand that when you go to these places, then they start to separate themselves for other issues like tribes. This is why a motherfucker went over there, seen the tribalism, and said, I'm gone. Shit. So don't go over to these places and get blinded in some type of fucking utopia just because everybody's black. Don't do that, because you're gonna find other issues. Like I said, what Nas say? Nas said it best. Nas said some Africans don't like us no way. A killing happened in Johannesburg yesterday. What he means by that is, in Johannesburg, they fighting each other. All right, you're not just going over there and there's some, whoop, we all get along. Everybody's black, all together now. You know, there's no more other races, just all black folks is fucking Wakanda. No, nigga. No. Motherfuckers going over there and they fighting each other, and they really gonna fuck with you because you an outsider. You got African countries that fight other African countries even though they're all on the continent. So what you think's gonna happen when you coming from another continent and one that just so happens to always be hated on? One that just so happens to deal with all the things that our beloved queen just spoke about. Think it's open arms? Nah. So be motherfucking cautious if you do travel. Be motherfucking cautious if you go anywhere. And don't judge a place just because there's a lot of black people. Judge that shit on what's in the mind and what's in the soul. Be one. And you know it when you see it. So don't just look at other items and other aspects of it. You got to understand who's got the mentality. So if you meet a motherfucker on that tribalism shit, write them off. The good is gone. You understand? You got to judge us motherfucking the way we do people here. Because that's how we get down here. We don't give a fuck, but like, I'm black, and people use that shit as a cloak, as a decoy. We gotta judge you based on not your motherfucking skin. We gotta judge you from what's within. We talk about on code every single day. That is the root, that is the core to everything we're trying to accomplish. On code. And there ain't no motherfucking tribal criterias. There ain't no motherfucking country criterias or no continent. We don't see that shit. That's how they see that shit. We see it as any black person who's down with us, come the fuck on in. That's how we roll. If I got a brother from the other side of the planet and he wanna rock, let's do it. If I got a brother from the Caribbean, I got a brother from anywhere in the diaspora, a brother from Africa, I got brothers in Europe. Straight up, my black brothers and sisters all across this planet. We are all in this together. I'm down to work with every last one of you if you got a black mind. If you psychologically black and your soul is down with it, I'm down to work with you and we can get this motherfucking money. We can start printing motherfucking money with our faces on it. If you want to go there. That's how serious I am and that's how passionate and down I am with blackness. Let's stay on code. They can have a fucking criteria. You got to do this and do this and do that and be from this town and all that tribalism shit. And they going to go right down with it because we seen how tribalism works. Tribalism ain't never got y'all nowhere. But I tell you what will get us somewhere. Black dollars. Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And we making money by building. I told y'all they try to force that shit on us. They be taking everybody in. They always play this, he was really us type shit. And we be like, who gives a fuck? He's black. We see blackness. They see tribes. I'm telling you. That's one of the differences. I told y'all, we cut from a different cloth. We are our own breed. We operate on a different motherfucking level. When you look at an FBA, we are serious. And I own that shit. Exclusive. And it is what it is. And I own up to that shit. And I say it loud. FBA, exclusive. They be on all that shit. They always trying to pick who's what and trying to tell you that shit. We don't do that. They be like, he's really from the Caribbean. We say, who gives a fuck? He's black. They be like, he's really from Jamaica. All right, cool. But he's black. Malcolm X was this. Then they try to take all our people. Malcolm was this and he was this and he was this and he's really Caribbean. And we be like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? They all black. Because we see blackness. They see tribe. See the difference? Moving on. It's these one-sided groups that we be a part of and they be taking advantage of our love for the world. They take advantage that we've been out here on our own and we want to reach out to our brothers and our sisters and our aunts and our uncles. But when we come to them, they shun us and they turn the cold shoulder on us. Straight up. And they take advantage of it. So for so long, we've been in these one-sided groups where we be out here talking about Pan-Africanism and the Pan-Africanisms look down or they turn around or they don't give us that same look. We've been out here talking all types of other groups, waving that Pan-African flag and it ain't came back. And I'm not talking about the 2 or 3 ones who've been cool with you. I'm talking about the majority. And the 2 or 3 good ones need to check the majority if they not showing us no love, but they don't do that. What my man Paul Mooney said, motherfucker, we left, you ain't sent back a goddamn sailboat. A motherfucking sailboat ain't came. We've been on our own. All these other people got countries they can go to. We don't. Even people in the Caribbean, y'all got countries y'all can go to. The country that we stay in right here, we got to deal with a lot of bullshit while we're here. We own it, we run it, we hold our shit down, we thorough. But it's a different experience. And this is why we turn out to be a different breed. But even as different as we are, and as we've been on our own, most motherfuckers who be on their own be cold-hearted. We was on our own and we show love. We representing all these other groups. We've been running around here half the time claiming other groups more than we've been claiming our own shit. Just now we really been on this FBA. But before we was trying to rep everybody else. And now we say, you know what? Everybody else don't fuck with us. We gonna bang our own shit. And it feels fucking good. Self-identify. Self-identify. It took a long time for us to self-identify, but once you got your own identity and you represent your own heritage and your own lineage, now you own. Now you own. And that's what we are. And now we can step to you and say, hey, you want to be down with us? Before we was trying to be down with you and you ain't give a fuck. You want to be down now? Now you ain't talking to somebody who don't know who they are. Now we know exactly who we are and we repping our motherfucking group. So if you want to be down, you can be down. If you ain't trying to be down, good. Because you're going to filter yourself right the fuck on out the door. The easy way. They throw around that phony ass divisive shit so much. If you ain't been called divisive, you ain't doing a good enough job. When someone calls a Black American divisive, take that shit as a compliment. That's a badge of honor. Thank you very much. That just means I'm doing the right thing. Because you wouldn't say that weak ass shit unless I was speaking the truth. So I appreciate it. Shit, we should send these motherfuckers a bottle of champagne. Hey, matter of fact, I'll send them that damn rum that Michael B. Jordan's making. Call me divisive and good. I appreciate it. I'll send you some rum. He should name that shit divisive. See, it ain't cool when you showing love and love ain't coming back to you in any aspect of your life. And that's our relationship with half this goddamn planet. We show love, we get none back. People make false claims about us. I mean, if you really look at it, they say a lot of funny ass shit that UCW say about us. They mimic supremacy. Oh yeah, they do. You're being divisive. Doesn't that sound a lot like, you're playing the race card? That shit sound the same motherfucking way. The same way. Where you think they got it from? When they say Akata, that sounds a lot like the N-word, and I don't mean Nigeria. You see? A lot of things they say. When they say, you're lazy, you don't work hard. That sounds a whole lot like, welfare queen, pick up your pants, pay child support. All they're doing is mimicking supremacy. Because they have a supremacist view, because a lot of them are slave-minded and defeated their goddamn selves. And when I tell you they are, it's on a whole different level. We talk about our coons. We stretch their ass out all the time, on a regular. But if you see some of our coons, and you compare them to theirs, and how they let that shit just go on, and don't nobody G-check it, then you'll understand what the fuck the problem is. And we see that shit clear as day. And we've been calling this shit out for years. And some folks ain't want to say nothing about it. And some folks want to turn a blind eye to it. But it don't matter. You can bury your head in the sand. You can cover your motherfucking ears. But eventually, the truth gonna get you. You can run around the block, run around the neighborhood. And I'm gonna be right here waiting for your ass when you get home. I'm like your parent, baby, with the motherfucking belt. I'll be right out there on the motherfucking doorstep. You're gonna have to come home sooner or later. And here we are. So this is love. This is love. And I say this all out of love. All out of love. The jealousy, the envy, the spite, all that shit's whatever. Because we always got our hand out and we always willing to sit down with our brothers. The thing is, we want the real ones. We want the real ones. It's like when you talk about politics, when you talk about networking, when you talk about business, diplomacy, send me your champions. Send me your bosses, your big steppers. Do not send me these coons. Don't send me the cake soap coon or the bed wench. Don't want them. Send me someone who's on that real black first shit. Other than that, don't send no fucking body. And that's all out of love. But it's gonna have to be that way or it ain't gonna be nothing at all. And it's gonna be on all terms. All terms. We're not here to negotiate whether motherfuckers disrespect us or not, because it's clear as day. And anybody who says anything otherwise is a goddamn lie. And I'm not tolerating the foundational Black Americans. Y'all started it. The foundational Black Americans started it. Is over. That routine for everybody on the fucking planet is done, it's canceled, it's erased. People who harm us, who come at us funny, people who disrespect us, and they use the excuse and the tactic of y'all started it, is done. This do dirt to foundational Black Americans and blame them for it shit is over. I got 1 trillion motherfuckers who lined up ready to do that to us every day. We've been dealing with that forever. We've had people who harm us, target us, abuse us, and they say we did it. The whole foundational Black American did it. The foundational did it. That tactic is done. If that's all the fuck you got in the 21st century, you better come up with a new one. Because like we say, the B1s, we shake the whole motherfucking game up. We take all those old tactics and we make these motherfuckers go back to the drawing board. So the whole foundationals did it and y'all divisive and all that shit. We identify that as an excuse and then we identify you as somebody that we can't work with. Because we always down to work with our brothers and sisters. We always down to work with certifieds. This is where we coming from. A place of love. We different. See, when we watch like the Olympics, right? The Olympics is coming. When we watch the Olympics, first thing we do is, where the brother at? I'm riding with him. Where he from? He from Tobago. Don't care. Where he from? He from Jamaica. I don't care. We rooting for Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt come over here and he's a bigger star here than half the fucking places on the planet. Half the places on the motherfucking planet. We be rooting for the Jamaican sprint team. We be rooting for them over Black Americans. This is how much love we got because we see you as just a brother. If my foundational Black American wins, cool. If my Jamaican team wins, cool. Either way, we gonna win. We see blackness, certifieds. They see tribes and teams and unlike y'all and y'all over there, we don't do that shit. All that tribalism and shit that they be trying to put on us, we don't see shit that way. And this is another clash and another divide. We see black, be one. We not running around here talking about some us won, we won, my team, my city, my town, my state, my coast. We don't do that. We say black first, which means anybody. They do this, my tribe. You can't have that, it's ours. Stay over here, all that tribalism and shit. They be over there letting other groups come in and divide them based on tribe. We'll never do that shit. They be letting their whole continent get conquered, letting their whole family get ripped apart. based on some tribalism. Man, we ain't got no fucking tribalism like that. Go look up the Berlin conferences. Go check it out. How Europe just divided Africa and just spread it out. They wouldn't have dinner at night and say, here, you can take that country, I'll take this country, mama can have that. They just gave your shit away. We know why we have a slave mentality. We were slaves on foreign land. Why you got one? Why you got one? You got the whole continent. You got numbers. We ain't never had numbers. Our problem was there's only a few of us fighting this major war. What's your excuse? How come y'all got a slave mentality when you got a whole land? Because you was letting that tribe shit get in your way. Straight up and down. You had people making deals. Don't come talking that when half the leaders over there, they say that shit over there and then they get on the plane and they fly right to Europe. We over here calling out these fake people. These Democrats and these Republicans, we calling them out. That'd never fly over here. Over there, their leaders will say some stuff and have your whole family arrested at night over a bag of rubies. And then hop on a plane and fly to Belgium. And they be cool with it. Look how they treat their immigrants in their own continent. I see Nigerians that went to South Africa looking for work, like immigration, and the South Africans was trying to fight them, trying to beat them up. But you got the W's right there oppressing all y'all. And once again, you overlooking him. You overlook the W who's oppressing you, and you mad at the Nigerian who's coming for work, who look like you. Look at them now. They're making the same exact mistakes that we read about in our history books. Shit they was doing in 1305 and 1450, they're doing in the 21st century. Same shit. You still got people coming over there and occupying. You got Asia over there right now, parking right in your neighborhood, bringing in their own workers, all types of shit. And I done seen Africans over there waving everybody else's flag, having other people's country days, not African countries. No. They're having foreign country days and throwing a fucking parade. You're responsible for all the resources on the planet and don't own none of them. People coming from every other place in the world and they taking your resources and then they selling them back to you, putting you in debt for your own shit. You're not mad at the people that I just talked about that are setting up shop in your land, taking your resources, flying in their own people, building their own stores and their own communities, all on your continent, on your turf, beating up your politicians. I just seen a politician in Kenya got beat up by a foreigner. A politician did, and they forgave him. Taking your money, taking everything. Y'all got a problem with us. I mean, look what they've been mad at foundationals about. In the last few years, what they've been mad about? A drink for Michael B. Jordan? They was mad at what? Black Panther, the movie? Damn, Michael B. Jordan's in that too. Damn, they don't like his ass. They don't like that brother. Goddamn. They was mad at Coming to America. They mad at movies and drinks. But they not mad at tanks and occupation. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Now back at it. You'll never see somebody coming to a black person in St. Louis and then a black person in Detroit and saying, y'all two different tribes, stay away from each other. Don't mess with him, he don't like you. That shit is never floating around here with us. Fuck no. We show love for everywhere. Every time I do the Black Alpha Cast, I do a fucking roll call. Where you at? East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north, all my folks in the mid, all my folks down bottom. Come on, man. The fuck out of here. We don't do that tribalism shit. They see that shit and then they try to put that shit on us. And we've really been dealing with, for hundreds of years, other groups in this world who don't fuck with us because they see tribe. We see black. We see certified. If you riding with us, we down. When we say foundational Black American, that's just us representing who we are. But as we represent who we are, we make sure to say we ride with anybody. If you got the same mind, you got the same mentality, we all about the brain. What you think? What's your soul like? Do you see it as black first? Are you down with us? Are you trying to build with us? If that's what it is, that supersides everything. They see it as my tribe. Even if I got a good idea, they don't want to fuck with it because we ain't in the same tribe. That's ancient shit and we ain't on that. We gonna represent who we are, but we gonna represent that shit from a real perspective. It's like street shit. You got two gangs. This gang get money, this gang get money. And why fight over the motherfucking turf when we can come to the middle? There's too much motherfucking money to be made out here. There's too much motherfucking paper to stack for us to be sitting here beefing over tribes. Like I always say, unite the city and step to the world as a weapon. That is a foundational Black American ideology. You gotta understand, all that B1, certified black, all of that shit, that's FBA shit. We got this thing where we think everybody in the world is B1 black first and they rep it like we do. No, all of that is us. When you think of the image of a sister with a black fist and an afro, that's here. That's right here. When you think about the leather coats, when you think about all of that shit, that's right here. That black first B1 shit, that's certified, that's an FBA thing, all the way live. That's how we do. We say, hey, you building? I'm building, let's go. That's one of the biggest terms we use in the black community. Let's build. Let's get on code. We don't sit here and say, my tribe, stay away, over there, you're divisive. We don't never use none of that shit. We are all about getting together. We are all about building. We talk about the black family. We talk about the black community. We want to have our own shit. We see the way other races stick together and build up their own. The way they dollar circulates in their own communities. We've been trying to do that shit for years. But we've been out here on the island by ourselves. Because these other people who look like us, they come here and they don't want to fuck with us. They come here and they want to be separated. They want to have that tribalism shit. We seen these motherfuckers building up in our towns, building up on our blocks, building up on our corners. We want to buy the block back. That's our mentality. So don't ever come up in here talking about some divisive shit when foundational Black Americans' whole fucking game is based on unifying. Our whole fucking game is based on building up the community. Black Wall Street. We didn't say tribalism Wall Street. We said Black Wall Street because we think black first. They don't even see blackness. All they see is their goddamn selves. A lot of them do. Like I said, if this shit does not apply to you, cool. If your ass is offended, then take them shoes and lace them motherfuckers up. Because I only speak to the real ones, and if a fake one gets hurt along the way, so be it. Because that will not stop the message. Not at all. So as we build and we put our money together and we're trying to build another Black Wall Street, let's keep that shit in mind. Let's keep this B1 in mind. Let's keep the certified black society in mind. Anybody out there who's down with us, roll with us. Because at the end of the day, we will not stop this train. We will not park this car because y'all don't want to get along. Either you go along and get along or you get your ass passed up. Facts on motherfucking facts. Now, I done touched on this whole subject and we gonna keep touching on it because it's a new day, new time, new era where we regulate. So any shit that's off code, gonna get checked. Anything that ain't on code, gonna get checked. And anybody who got a problem with us being on code, gonna get checked. Because we specialize in it because we are the special ones. So let's keep it real like that. And if we stay on that path, we gonna get where the fuck we gotta go. One love to everybody. We holding it down from the black side. Ain't no motherfucking diaspora passes. Ain't no motherfucking Africa passes. We ain't giving out passes to nobody. Your ass is gonna earn respect. Your ass is gonna earn trust. And you gonna earn getting down with us. Nobody gets nothing for free. Either you gonna stay black, you gonna put in work, and you gonna show that you got the best interest of the black community in your heart, or the black community ain't gonna fuck with you. And that starts with the B1 Brigade, Certified Black Society, and I am broadcasting live from the USA, the country that foundational Black Americans built. This is the Black Alpha Cast. Y'all stay safe out there. Be careful. Y'all hold me down, I'ma hold y'all the fuck down, and we gonna keep doing what the fuck we do, because one is good, but we stronger together. In a family that stay together, get paid together. And we all about that black dollar. Know that. One love, B1s. Black is beautiful and beautiful is black.